What's going on YouTube? Ace Poker back again for another video. Your favorite 23-year-old poker player from New Jersey, probably because there's not another one, but that's okay. We got a crazy action-packed 5-10 New York City game today. Some insane hands go down, but first, I just wanted to say I dropped a super heartfelt and emotional message on Twitter, YouTube communities, talking about, my content journey, my poker journey, just things going on in my life. The response I got was amazing, and that makes me feel better than any piece of content going viral, making money, because I care more about just experiences and being real in this world. I want to humanize myself, just introduce you guys to who I am as a person. I want to get to know you guys. I don't want to just sit on here and be like, all right, hand, I made this amount of money, see you guys next week. I want to be a beacon of light for anyone and everyone, because there's just so much shit going on in life. Everyone goes through shit. There's so much up and down, and you just have to learn to find the balance. I have a yin and yang tattoo. That's all life is about, is finding the balance, being okay, embracing, enjoying bad times to then be able to enjoy the good times even more. Everything goes hand in hand. I've just been really at peace lately, learning to just enjoy life, let everything come to me, and I really want all of that for you guys as well. I want you guys to do me one favor: text a friend, a family member, ask how they're doing. That goes such a long way. You might find something new about your friends, your family members, and I promise you they'll never forget it. Without further ado, let's go play some cards. All right, welcome back everybody. We actually have an interesting first hand here as we look down at pocket sixes, playing six-handed to start. I started the recording when we got to the flop, so let's just head to this amazing drawing to show you the action pre-flop. We are under the gun +1. We open it up to 30. The button 3-bets us to 120, and it comes back to us. And I decided to call, which I don't normally do. And I actually wanted to check the pre-flop charts. As you guys know, I'm getting some studying, so I'm getting used to this kind of stuff. It's a little bit of like foreign language to me, but it's all right. We're getting used to it. And actually, the solver does say, especially six-handed, you should be opening up these low to medium pocket pairs. And when you get 3-bet, especially from the button in this instance, you should be calling, which is actually super weird to me and something that I never really do in my game, because I just personally feel like you lose so much money opening up these low to medium pocket pairs and then especially calling a 3-bet. It's really hard to flop a set. It's really hard to get these good boards with low to medium pocket pairs. Super hard to play, especially out of position when the 3-better is the button. But I don't know. What do I know? I'm just a dumb 23-year-old kid who's just starting this shit. Let me know what you guys think down below. But because when I call this 3-bet, the flop comes queen 8-9. I check it over to my opponent, he c-bets, and we have to just snap fold, and I feel like this is going to happen a lot of times with low to medium pocket pairs unless you hit a set or a really good board, which is hard to do with pocket sixes. I don't know. Let's get into our first actual hand. And what a better first hand than Ace King. Let's go. There's an under the gun limp. We open it up to $30. Should probably make it 40 with the limper, but that's what I did, made it 30. The big blind makes the call and the limper makes the call. So we're going three ways, and oh my God, we flop an ace. How good are we running? Checks to me. Definitely could be sneaky and check it back, but that's just never what we're doing. I decided to c-bet here for $40, and basically both players snap fold as my bet hits the felt. Awesome. See what I mean? How you don't even get paid when you have ace king. Love this hand. For the next hand, we look down at 7-6 suited in the hijack. It folds all the way to us. We decide to open it up to $30. Sticking with this theme, checking the charts. It's a fold most of the time, but hey, what fun is folding? So we open it. The cutoff makes the call, and now the button 3-bets us to 150. Gets back to us, and you can see call is a very, very, very low percentage. But it's not zero, so it means you can do it sometimes. So I decided to make the call, and the cutoff comes along as well, giving us some extra odds, some implied odds to hit something here. And we do, but not really what we wanted. Jack 7-3 rainbow. I decided to start it off with a check. The cutoff checks. Now the button continues betting here for $225. Doesn't seem like he cares that there's multiple people in here. Maybe if it was just heads up, we could call one with the 7 here. Probably still just fold, but with the cutoff behind us, definitely going to be folding. Maybe we should have listened to that 77%. Wish we could see that in real time. All right, first actual spot of the vlog. And oh my God, what's this? The hand of the vlog right away. Wow. And it's with 4-5 suited. So you know, this thing's about to get spicy. We are again in the hijack. We open it up to $30. The cutoff, the button, the small blind, the big blind, the whole table. Nah, just those 4 players make the call, right? Yeah, just those 4 players. Sure, whatever. I mean, I guess when you have 4-5 suited, maybe you want more players in there. I don't know. So we're going 4 ways to a flop of 4-5. 5-9. We have got such a hidden monster. Let's get paid, baby. The small blind and the big blind check it over to me. And I do debate checking here, as I'm just never going to connect with this board. Even if I had aces or kings, probably going to check. The best hand I'm going to have here is pocket nines. They should never expect me to have 4-5 in this spot, but I do decide to bet here for $80. Maybe my opponents are going to be like, there's no way he's got a strong hand. Maybe they'll bluff raise me. Maybe they'll call me down light. We shall see. And it seems like my opponents are kind of thinking the same way I am right now. The button, small blind, and big blind make the call. So we're still going 4 ways to a turn, which is the 2 of spades. Honestly, one of the best cards that I wanted to see. Didn't really want to see a 9, a 10, any over cards. A 2 is perfect. The only straights that come in are 3, 6, and ace 3. And if my opponent's got one of those, congrats, you're about to get paid. The blinds check it to me, and I debate checking again, as, you know, just same thing as on the flop. This board is just not going to be good for me at all as the pre-flop raiser. I still could have something like ace king of diamonds, ace queen of diamonds, and picked up an extra straight out and just keep firing. So that's what I decided to do. I decided to keep firing. I bet $275. Just the small blind makes the call. Not really sure what river I want to see, but the 4 of spades is definitely welcomed. That is definitely one I wanted to see. We've got a full house. We've been showing a lot of strength. Maybe we would be bluffing it off here with ace king of diamonds, ace queen of diamonds, just going all in for max pressure. So I decide to look at my stack, look at the pot. I've got about $1,300 in my stack. There's about $1,000 in the middle. I think it's perfect. I've set it up for a river all in. I think it's a perfect spot to go for max value, jam all in. Maybe my opponent will hero call us down with any type of pair. I go all in for $1,300, and my opponent snap calls. We say we've got a full house, and after the hand, he said he had a straight, so he had either ace 3 or that 3-6. Sometimes that's poker. Poker will giveth, and poker will taketh. And right now, we are taking, baby. Let's go. What a massive hand. Let me know how you guys would have played this one down below. I think I played it all right. Obviously had a little bit of help from the poker gods with an insane run out, giving him a straight and then me a full house. Always nice to have a massive win early on in the session. Let's keep it going. On a side note, is there literally any better feeling than dragging in hundreds of chips after a massive win? I don't think so. Pocket kings in the big blind. How peculiar. There's an open to 35, and I don't feel like doing this accent anymore. It folds all the way back to me. I decided to put in that 3-bet to $125. Man, I make myself laugh. I hope I can make you guys laugh from time to time. I gotta try to be a little bit funnier in these things, but my opponent makes the call, and we're going heads up to a board of 3, 4, 5. Obviously, pretty good here with kings, unless he's got something better than them. But I decided to c-bet here for $80. I think I should go a little bit bigger. Some things I am learning about 3-betting from the blinds is when the boards favor your opponents, you should actually be betting bigger. And when the boards favor you, you should be betting smaller. Let me know what you guys think about that one. But nonetheless, my opponent unfortunately decides to fold. On to the next hand. All right, strap in, because this is one of the crazier hands I've played in a long time, and I actually haven't said that in a while, so I could say that here. We look down at pocket tens, and why does everybody seemingly have cards? Because listen, under the gun +1 opens to 30, and I decide to actually just call tens here instead of 3-bet them. Don't really know why I did that. I don't know, but I did, and that brought in basically the entire table, and we flop a set on all hearts. Super weird spot, especially now when the small blind just donks out for $60. Okay, just the initial raiser makes the call. I just make the call as well. Don't really want to go crazy on a monotone board, and everybody else folds. So now we're just 3 ways here to a turn, which is a deuce, but it's the deuce of hearts. There's 4 hearts out there. This board can't get any worse. Now the small blind slows down and checks. The initial raiser thinks for quite some time and checks, and I decide to check, and now the river is a deuce, so we go running full house. All right, now this could turn into a super sneaky and weird spot. The small blind now checks, and the initial raiser thinks about this for a really long time, like over a minute here on his decision, and then decides to bet out for $200. I don't know if that means if he was debating on bluffing or if he had a really good hand and he was trying to decide on sizing. I don't know, but we're definitely raising this one up. I make it $600. The small blind quickly gets out of the way. And now it's back on the initial raiser, and he's like, oh my goodness, dude, what do you have? Like, what do you possibly have? He starts going through the hands, and he's like, there's no way you have pocket tens. There's no way you have pocket kings. And he's like, the only hand I'm trying to put you on here is pocket nines. He thinks and thinks and thinks for the longest time, and decides to make the call. We show him the pocket tens, and he's like, wow, I did not expect you to have tens there. So I guess the decision pre-flop that is definitely an error wound up working out for us and making us a lot of money. So happy that we're running good. Everything's working out for us. We take down another massive pot. And on to the next hand. Let me know what you guys think about this one down below. And we look down at pocket tens again. Can we recreate the magic? We are under the gun and decide to open it up to $30. We get 3-bet right away by one of my followers. He came to the game. This is his first week. Maybe he wants some of those ace dollars, but it's back on me. Could put in the 4-bet, but just decide to make the call, going heads up to a board of ace king high. Not only did we not want to see an ace, also didn't want to see a king. Not a good board at all. I check it over to him, he c-bets, we fold, on to the next. For the next hand, we call an open to 30 with ace 9 suited. I believe there's 2 other people in the hand. We decide to check it back, although we flop a flush draw and we turn the nuts. Decide to bet $100 when it checks to us. We only get 1 caller. And the river is the 4th diamond. Didn't want to see that at all. Feel like that could kill some action. And I guess that holds true. When he checks, I decide to fire $400 and he folds before my bet even hits the felt. And now we get back to our favorite hand with ace king. We are in the small blind. Under the gun limps. The button opens to 30. We decide to 3-bet here to 110. Should go a little bit bigger out of position, especially with a limper, but again, can only show you guys what I did. Under the gun makes the call and the button makes the call, so we're going 3 ways to a board, and oh my goodness, another ace twice in one session. We actually hit with ace king. What is going on? Are the tides turning? Am I gonna start liking this hand? Well, hold on, let's see what happens first before I decide if I like this hand or not. I do decide to c-bet here for $150. I like the sizing, could even go a lot bigger on this wet of a board. I do like the sizing, and apparently both other players like the sizing as well because they both make the call. Okay, going to a turn which is a jack. The flush draw does not come in, but there are so many different types of 2 pairs out there. Although we've got a gutter ourselves, not really in love with the situation, but I do decide to keep betting here for $325. I don't love it. I think you definitely can start to check here. Definitely curious to see what my coach has to say about this one and what you guys think about this spot, but under the gun thinks about it for a super long time, decides to fold, and now the button thinks about it an additional amount of time after that tank and also decides to fold. So I show them my ace king. They both are followers of the vlog. They laugh. They know that I hate this hand. They also said that they hated it, so I guess it's not just me. We take down another one with ace king, another pot for the session, and we keep on running it up. Now we're headed to a pretty interesting hand here with king queen offsuit. We are playing the stand-up game, and I am one of the last 2 people standing. So those dynamics do definitely come into play a little bit here, and that's why I decide to limp. I just want to appear super weak, and I want to let one of these people who already have a button go crazy against me. Hopefully we can flop something good. I decide to just make the call. One other player makes the call as well. We're going 3 ways to a board of king 5-5. This is exactly what I was waiting for. I'm hoping somebody will just blast 3 streets into me and I can just call. Small blind checks, I check, and the initial raiser continues for 60. The small blind folds, just going to make the call, not going anywhere, and the turn is a king. We've got a lock on this hand. I think this is also a great board for him to just triple barrel bluff, just assume that I've got nothing. But my opponent checks back. What? You're supposed to be going crazy, blasting off into me. What? But maybe it'll work out for us because when the river's a 7, I think we should absolutely bomb it here. Like, we could even jam, to be honest. That sounds crazy, but maybe our opponent could just level himself into a call. But I don't go that crazy. I just bet $400, and my opponent does go deep into the tank. He's like, oh my god, are you just trying to win the game? Because I really would do this with like anything. If I had like 6-8 suited, 9-10, like who knows? I would be going crazy for this, assuming he's got no king, he's got no 5, he's just got ace high attacking that.
I can believe what I'm even thinking about here.
You have jack high.
Yep. Yep.
And after the longest time, he folds jack high face up. How did I guess that? I'm a genius, but really just my thought process. If he's saying you're not going to believe what I'm thinking about, I mean, ace and king high, like that's okay, yeah, I guess I could believe it. Queen high, Jack high is like, you're not going to believe this. And I was dead on the money. Unfortunately, he didn't want to talk himself into a call. Seems like if he had ace or king high, he would have snapped it off, so bet sizing was good. We take it down. So all in all those crazy hands, we won $2,100 today. We've been on a crazy winning streak. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the vlogs. Thank you guys so much for showing me love on all my platforms, watching these vlogs, especially for those of you guys that are watching right now all the way to the end. I love all of you guys. Hopefully you guys have a great day, great week. Peace out.